Well, the weather not fully cooperating here in Pittsburgh, but that has not stopped Steeler Nation from filling the stands at a rain-soaked Acrisure Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Ready, break! Ready! Cowboy 80!
They will start this drive with Ford. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Come on. Hit! 19-18!
Again, they turn to Ford. And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. This is Ford. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. You look at this Steeler defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, first and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot it. It's incomplete.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if a defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Rodgers going to throw. This one deep for Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Sanders. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
50 Bison. 18 Rattler.
Now Sanders. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
Well, they picked up 5, needed 4. So to me, you know what that translates back to? Situational football and how they've been teaching it probably since OTAs and minicamps. Going over situations, know what you need, and find a way to get it.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 7.
Ready. Viking 18. Go.
Sanders once more. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. You look at this Steeler defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Panther 11, Dragon 60. Go street. Mustang 19.
Throwing, Sanders. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now, how about this? They'll change it at the line.
Trap 60.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
1st down, Cleveland.
No score after one on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run with Ford. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 10. To throw is Sanders. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
Here's Sanders. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings, 19 Lions. Warriors, 70.
They'll go. Here's Sanders. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
319.
A handoff for Warren. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Warren with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And they put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Browns 0. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Let's go now. Ready?
On play action, here's Shadur. That's going to be caught by Judy. And now off to the races down the right side. Jerry Judy. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Judy, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Rodgers to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Get 300. Get 300.
Rodgers to throw once more. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. The Steelers at a disappointing 0-4 for the first month of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 88, 319. Look at you.
Now Rodgers. That's caught right side. It's 1. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
3rd and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing now is Rodgers. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short.
6 yards. It's 4th down.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Cardinal.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Go.
To throw now, here's Sanders. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's across midfield. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
60 average. Let's go. 90, 70, 70 Lions, 7 Pirates, 7.
Play action. It's Sanders. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Cougar 19.
From the gun, it's Shador. And Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now 3rd down and very long.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal.
Sanders to throw. Out to his left. Pass caught. He's got Tillman. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by Bass is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Johnson now returning. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Rodgers now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Hey, Mike. Inside.
Here's Rodgers. A quick throw, but incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Number 50. Hey, you block over here.
To throw is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Corliss Waitman now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Browns drive about to get started. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Third down.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline. They drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ballgame. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line.
6:30.
Now it's Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10.
319.
To throw, it's Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
319. Run right.
On the give, it's Warren. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
319. Gun.
Here's Warren. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, it's hard to get them started again occasionally.
Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Throwing is Rodgers. This one into the hands of Metcalf. We've now seen 3 consecutive one-yard gains, and it brings up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they had their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
First play of the drive going for 14 and the first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Sanders. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Back to 60, back to 60.
On the ground, it's Ford. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd down and 6 now.
60 by 6, 60 by 6. Hey, check that, street. 18, right in.
Sanders throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
60 average, 60 average.
Now Sanders. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The rookie was trying to push him downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Hey, 88.
Now run with Warren. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage and mixed traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
58.
Rodgers. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. No gain on the play. And it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. 4. And he's going to ball his way forward to the 48. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
No. 319. Box it.
Warren will score. Touchdown, Steelers. He's giving them a little jolt. Just gave them the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Hold me ready.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Ready, set.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Liking 18.
To throw is Sanders. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
18, pass to 60, pass to 60. Set, hurt. Cut 19, cut 19. Set, hurt, hurt.
Throwing, Sanders. And the comeback may start out. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Running left, it's Warren. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
258.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd down and 4. Rodgers changing the play, it appears.
Get 300. Get 300.
2nd and 4. Short throw to Smith. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
319.
On the run, it's Warren. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Green 18. Look again.
They'll run it. Warren. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Warren with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Steelers might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Go, Reed, go.
Here's Sanders. Completes to Njoku. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Sanders. Flushed out right. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Hey, check that. Street. 60 Bobcat.
They'll look to throw again. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sanders. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming, 4th and 3. They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now he's into the clear again. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Warren, 41 yards. And the Steelers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point now by Boswell. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. does well now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 18 Cardinals, go.
On play action, here's Shador. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Sanders. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Sanders. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Steelers, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Bye.